19 March 2023. In this news flash, I'm going to talk about this ICC warrant that was issued for the arrest of Putin. Now, I did one earlier, but it is all over the news pages and groups and channels and everywhere, and I've listened now to 2 discussions about it, and I am quite confident to say this thing was engineered between the Americans and the British. And the moment that I realized that the UK was involved, obviously my Afrikaner Boer blood started simmering. I've never made any secret about my feelings towards the British. But let's look at some facts. What it would seem does Karim Khan, prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, and pedophilia have to do with it. The International Criminal Court prosecutor who yesterday issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin and Maria Lvova, Russia's Children's Rights Commissioner, is the British lawyer Karim Khan. He is known for his participation in the Yugoslavia and Rwanda tribunals, i.e., he is an ideologically proven and well-tested person who does what he is told to do. But Karim Khan is known not only as a lawyer, but also as a brother, a child molester brother. In May 2022, Karim Khan's brother Imran Ahmad Khan, a 49-year-old Conservative Party politician, was jailed for 18 months after being found guilty of sexually abusing an underage boy. Now, following the hands of British justice, it turns out that on February 23, 2023, Imran Ahmad Khan was released from prison after serving only 9 months of his 18-month sentence on pedophilia charges. And on March 17, 3 weeks after the pedophile brother was released from prison, his sibling at the International Court of Justice issues an arrest warrant, not only for Russian President Vladimir Putin, but also for Maria Lvova, the Russian Commissioner for Children's Rights. That is the person who protects children from the likes of the prosecutor's brother. It's symbolic. They are no longer shy about anything. The prosecutor is burned. His decision is worthless. And the media in Russia need to raise this topic so that it spreads around the world. I'm sure it will be picked up. After all, there are no such accidents. The British justice system has already rewarded the ICC prosecutor from Britain by releasing his pedophile brother from prison early. Of course, this is a scandal. And of course, it is now clear why the ICC judges jumped out of their robes to make such an obviously idiotic and unlawful ruling. And there you have it. I cannot believe what I'm reading. But this is very important, and I'm going to read it again. He is known for his participation in the Yugoslavia and Rwanda tribunals, i.e., he is an ideologically proven and well-tested person who does what he is told to do. Who does what he is told to do. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stories coming out more about this, and this is going to turn into a really shitty PR fiasco. The West has already been accused of manipulating all the international bodies to suit their narrative, to execute their missions. They do it at the UN, they do it at the Human Rights Council, they do it at the WHO. Now, obviously they're doing it at the International Court of Justice as well. And there is issues in Africa about that ICC court, because the feeling is that the ICC court is focusing on African leaders. So the general feeling in Africa is that African countries should get out of that ICC. America is not part of the ICC. Russia is not part of the ICC. And then we get this from Germany. The head of Ministry of Justice of Germany, Buschmann, promised to arrest Putin at the request of the ICC when he visits the country. German Justice Minister Buschmann, in an interview with Der Zeit, promised to arrest Russian President Vladimir Putin if he comes to visit Germany. Buschmann noted that he would fulfill the demand of the ICC if Putin's foot sets foot on German territory. The ICC issued an arrest warrant for Putin as well as a children ombudsman, Maria Lvova-Belova. A Kremlin spokesman said that Moscow does not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC. And there was a lot of commentary on this post, and the people were talking a lot, and they were telling the Germans Putin will come to Berlin to hoist the Russian flag. And he will be coming there and bring them some scrap metal from their tanks that they given to Ukraine. And all sorts of shit like that. And then I got this from another source. This was Kim.com. He tweeted, "Have your mind blown? International Criminal Court prosecutor Karim Khan, who charged Putin with war crimes for evacuating children from a war zone, had his convicted pedophile brother Imran Khan released from a UK prison on a reduced sentence 1 month ago." And then it refers to an article in the Examiner Alive CO.UK. Pedophile Yorkshire Tory MP Imran Ahmad Khan released from prison. Now my opinion is that this warrant is part and parcel of the British doing what the Americans tell them to do, and their main aim is to cause an embarrassment for BRICS, because it is the BRICS meeting in August in South Africa, and Putin will be here. And then there's this tweet: South Africa will host the leaders of Brazil, Russia, India, and China at the 15th BRICS Summit from 22nd to 24th August 2023. We can safely tell the ICC for free that no one will arrest President Putin in our soil. In fact, and then he talks in a black language, and he ends off and he says, "We are Putin and Putin is us." But in any case, that is the general mood. And then this British TV channel, Sky, reported this: South Africa is legally obliged to execute an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin during his planned visit to the country for a summit in August. And that was the moment that I realized they are after embarrassing BRICS. BRICS is a major issue for the West. BRICS is going to sink them. Putin is expected to visit South Africa in August for the 15th annual BRICS summit in Pretoria. South Africa is a member of the ICC and a signatory of a Rome Statute, which makes them required by international law to oblige with an arrest warrant issued by the court. And there was commentary on that. Signs point towards no. In June 2015, former South African President Jacob Zuma refused the request by the ICC to arrest Omar al-Bashir, the former Sudanese president, al-Bashir was attending an African Union summit in Johannesburg, South Africa, and had active arrest warrants against him issued by the ICC in 2009 and 2010. Shortly after, Zuma tried to withdraw from the Rome Statute, but it was struck down by a local court as it needs to be agreed to by South African Parliament. The South African government has since then revoked its intention to withdraw. The African Union is ardently in favour of African states leaving the court, as many of its members feel that the ICC is biased against African countries. Taking the above into consideration, no arrest will be taking place. And that is something that I am confident of. But then again, just for a moment, think about the size of that airplane that Putin arrives in. And then try and imagine the bodyguards he's going to bring with him. It can be a small army. Now who the hell is going to try and arrest him? I said in one of the channels that whoever wants to arrest Putin must make fucking sure that he's got a bigger army than Russia. In any case, I thought I must do this one, and it is absolutely ridiculous, and I will not be surprised if South Africa pulls out of the ICC. And it will be warranted, because what is at stake? Membership of the ICC or success of BRICS? I think there's no comparison. The ICC can take a hike. Please give me a like and support, subscribe, and share the thing. Thank you.